Once upon a time, there was a kid named Jack. Jack and his mother were very poor. Jack's father had died, so his mother had to work hard and take care of him. One day, Jack's mother gave him $5. Jack's mother said, "Jack, take our cow and try to sell her so we can buy some food." Then Jack said, "Okay, Mom, I will do my best." Jack took the cow and walked down on the road. On the way, he met a mysterious old man. "Hello, young man. I have something very special." "What is it?" "These are magic beans. If you plant them at your house, they will grow into a giant beanstalk with a castle in the sky. And in the castle, there will be lots of treasures." "Wow, I will trade my cow for them." And Jack traded the cow for 5 magic. Mom, look what I found! Magic beans! Magic beans? Why did you trade our cow for these silly beans? Jack's mother was very upset. She threw the beans outside. But Mom, Jack did not get any food that night. He went to bed hungry. "Oh no, I'm so hungry." Okay. But the next morning, something amazing had happened. Jack said, "What's that?" The magic beans had grown into a gigantic beanstalk. It reached all the way to the clouds. Jack said, "Whoa!"
Jack looked up
at the enormous beanstalk. He decided to climb. "I'm gonna see what's up there." Jack climbed higher and higher. He climbed to the clouds until he reached a huge castle in the sky. Jack said, "Wow, it's enormous." Jack carefully went inside the castle. Everything was gigantic. The doors were gigantic. The furniture was gigantic. Even the plants were gigantic. Jack said, "Everything is huge." The giant woman said, "Oh, a little boy, you look very hungry. Come inside. I will give you some food." Jack said, "Yes, please. I'm very hungry." The giant woman gave Jack a huge bowl of soup. Jack said, "Thank you." Jack ate half of the enormous bowl. Jack said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so full. I feel like my tummy is about to burst." The giant woman said, "Then don't eat it all. You can eat as much as you want, but maybe only half." Suddenly, the castle began to shake. The giant said, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman." Jack said, "Uh-oh." The giant woman said, "Oh no, that's my husband. He doesn't like small people. Hide now." Okay. Jack looked around quickly. He saw a big oven and hid inside. The giant said, "I smell the blood of an Englishman." The giant woman said, "Oh, you're just smelling things. Maybe it's last night's stew." The giant said, "Okay, something is suspicious." Then the golden chicken began making golden eggs. 10 eggs, hundreds of eggs, and there were 1,045 golden eggs. Jack said, "Wow." The giant said, "Oh my God! I have never seen 1,045 eggs in my inventory." After counting all the eggs, he became very tired. Soon, the giant fell asleep. The giant said, Jack quietly came out of the oven. He looked carefully. Jack said, "Come on, little chicken, we're going home." Jack picked up the golden chicken and quietly ran to the beanstalk. Then Jack said, "Let's go, man!" The giant said, "Wait, where's my golden chicken?" So the giant searched everywhere. He looked in the kitchen, under the table, inside the oven, and even in the old stew. The giant said, "Where is it?" Then he realized what happened. The giant said, "There must have been an Englishman in my house. He took my golden chicken. I will chase him." The giant ran after Jack. Jack ran as fast as he could. Faster! Faster! Jack raced down the beanstalk as fast as he could. Finally, he reached the ground. Jack said, "Mom! Mom! I got a golden chicken!" Mom said, "A golden chicken?" Jack said, "Quick! Cut the beanstalk!" Jack's mother grabbed an axe and started chopping. Mom said, "Chop! Chop! Chop!" The giant was getting closer and closer. Jack said, "Quick, Mom!" Then Mom said, "I'm trying!" Crack! The enormous beanstalk fell to the ground. The giant could not longer reach his castle. "Wow! Where's my wife? Where's my castle?" The giant was so sad. Then he started crying and crying. Ah! Ah! He cried so much that his tears became a huge river. The giant said, "I have to run away." And the giant ran away from the house. And so Jack and his mother lived happily ever after. Jack said, "I told you there were magic beans." They had plenty of food, a magic golden chicken, and a wonderful new life. Jack and his mother and the golden chicken were happy. Jack said, "Thank you for watching." The end.